Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Outta Bounds on a Sunday. Again on a Monday, Brownlow Medal Night. But, as always, brought to you by the Front Centre Podcast, your home of beer betting, ball sports and bants is 2023. I'm here, Brownlow Medal Night, Novak. You're already calling it over.
Yeah. Boring.
Explain why.
Well, Matt Rowell is polling votes left, right and centre, and he had a game where I think he had 16 touches, 10 clangers, 5 free kicks against, and 3 votes.
And
3.
Other people aren't polling as what we expected them.
No, they're not. Seems as though Caleb Sarong, Bailey Smith, all under polling. Noah Anderson just doesn't exist apparently. It just goes to show that the people who are right in the contest are just on top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, 100%. But you got one thing right. You called Murphy Reed, and he got it.
He did. He did indeed. He played very well. So, yeah, obviously, I said our tipping went good this year, Scott. We did very well. So, obviously, Curtis was there too. Sorry, Curtin was there as well. Yeah, I've got Curtis on the mind after the Marbia Troll stuff, but we won't get started on that.
No, we won't. Well, yeah, as I said, the Brownlow's going in the background. We'll see how we go. Novak said we might call it early, so unless someone can just come home like a steam train, we might have to call it early. But we'll go through the games. We'll do what we usually do. And let's start straight away. Friday night footy. Talk me through it. Tell me what
before we do start, you can imagine that Saturday's game, I did not catch very much of Saturday's game because I was at Royal Joondalup witnessing a double flag victory for North Beach Footy Club. So fantastic day for the footy club. First flag in 15 years. There was one very boozed, and I'm very sunburnt as well. It was a very
have your scarf over your head right now.
I do, hiding my sunburn. I put cream on, and right where my receding hairline is, I've got some big patches of purple where I missed some spots, and I am rocking one of the grandest sock tans you've ever seen, ever. But it was all worth it. It was a fantastic day for the footy club. I've never seen anything like it. Like Wesley Curtin had not scored at halftime, so it was just scenes. But yeah, big day, big night. Yesterday was a struggle. Today, still a bit of a struggle as well. But yes, congrats to everyone who won a medal on the weekend across the country. Obviously, the waffle. We can talk a bit about the waffle after we've talking about the AFL. But yeah, very controversial finish. Whether you agree or not, the rules are the rules. But gee whiz, looking at the eye test, my lord.
Scenes everywhere there.
Yeah.
I'm glad I actually messaged you during the week and I said, on the Saturday, and said, why didn't we have South Freo 16 plus? And I'm glad we didn't have South Freo 16 plus.
Well, I think we hit all-time lows on the pyramid. We had 4 we put in, all lost. Candyman's Arsenal lost.
Classic.
My horse won, and I do have to give a shout out to Senso. I forgot his tip on Thursday, so the U got the job done. His guy Carson Beck did it again. So Senso's college. What's that? Sorry, they got rolled. They only won by 2 points.
Oh my god!
You had 3.5. So you went down again.
Line. I knew that line,
dude. I tried to. I told you.
The Ravens get up because we're looking at the Ravens.
The Ravens haven't played yet.
Oh, okay. So they must be.
Tomorrow. Monday.
Monday night football. Yep. Cool.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well.
But yeah, it's all time low. I don't think we've ever had one where we've had 4 all lose.
Well, that's we're record breakers. That's what we do around here.
We are, and it was just disappointing. My horse won by about 8 lengths. I swear to God, it just bolted in. But look, we will build. We'll do better. We've got a guaranteed collect this week for the pyramid. So obviously,
to everybody as well.
So obviously, we did spin the wheel, but I would have overruled the wheel. I might have even taken a void on the wheel if it came up something ridiculous. But we've got the Cats for results. So the Cats wins, we guaranteed listener party. If the Lions win, we're still in a good spot. We obviously have got a few bets riding our multi for the Brownlow pyramid. We don't even have to talk about it because we had Noah Anderson to get most votes for Suns, and that ain't happening. So we can kiss that goodbye. But yeah, it's exciting times. The big day is coming around the corner. You say your favourite day of the year. But yes, we hedged our bets, and we had a bit on Brisbane and a bit on Collingwood, and we obviously would have been better for Collingwood to win. But hey, we're still guaranteed to double our money just about. So we take that any day of the week. So guaranteed listener party for Brisbane. Sorry, for Geelong, and a good result for Brisbane.
Yeah, happy days. Smart move.
We need one. We need to just break the
state when we
shackles.
put that on. Backed you in, and you did say you just wanted to keep the Hawks for yourself.
Yep.
And you're not going to Melbourne, so let's start with
No.
Come on.
Yes, let's.
Tell me, you're going to be the analyst of this game. They were your boys. It kind of went the way you thought it was going to go a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, 100%.
They'll just do good, Geelong.
Well, the thing was they were too good when it mattered. Like, there were patches of that game where Hawthorn definitely had control. I think at halftime it was like a 1 point. It was even, and at quarter time you're like, gee, Hawthorn had opportunities that first quarter to put a bit of a gap on Geelong, because we started like a house on fire, as we've done every game in the finals. Yeah, it's fantastic. But I said, like, when you look at the overall structure of the game, like, we actually got beat pretty convincingly. Like, you look at the inside 50, 66-40, that's just insanity. That is a lot of inside 50s. And the areas where we struggled, we just got smoked. 50 clearances to 33. I've been saying that, that has been a major issue for us, where our midfielders, like, we're just one short. And there's all the talk that's going on at the moment, but when you're getting smashed at the clearances, you're getting smashed inside 50s, it's going to be very, very, very hard to win the game. And look, the leg speed of the midfield for Geelong was obviously an issue. It always is an issue, but I think the bigger issue was they're a man that I think I don't even know if he wound back the clock. He's still playing pretty good footy this year, but he seems to just pick the moments to impact games. And Patrick Dangerfield had an absolute all-timer on Friday. 31 touches, 3 goals. Yeah. And like, the thing is, it's like, it wasn't just the way he was getting the ball, it's the way he was winning the footy. So he was crashing and bashing, piling on the pressure. When the ball hit the deck, he was in and under, getting the ball out and farming it out. And he was just a difference maker. Like, it's not that we didn't have an answer for him. He was just everywhere. Like, he was just absolutely dominating. And when push came to shove, they were just better. Like, we started strong. Like, Mitch Lewis had a good start to the game, so that was good to see for him. But by like half time, you're like, man, if Hawks don't get the first, it's going to be trouble. And then, boy, was it trouble in that third quarter. It was just an avalanche of goals. And, we were always hanging in there. It blew out to about 5 goals. We were thereabouts, but that's just where it ended up. Like, we'd kick a few, they'd get some. And you look, 10 extra scoring shots, 26 more inside 50, just better. They were just better. And they're more even. Obviously, Tom Stewart went down. We'll get to that, obviously, in another. That'll be some pot areas. But look, as I said, it's happened before. The precedence has been set. I mean, you'll never hear about an AFLW women's captain that missed out on being a premiership captain because of concussion protocol. But that don't worry, that won't change the rule, but Tom Stewart will. So you can imagine if it was Patrick Dangerfield, or if it was, Lachie Neale, who had concussion, would have been changed straight away. But nope, AFLW obviously does not matter as much, and that's just where we're at. But has to change, Scott, in my personal. Has to.
Yep. No, I'm with you. It
has
sense,
to.
Right? Like, you want your best players out there. You understand the head is like sacrilegious right now. Like, it makes sense. The brain is super important.
Sacrilegious.
Sacrilege? Sacrilegious is negative, right? Like, it's sacrilege.
Hallelujah! The head is.
Yeah, like, you don't touch the head, is what I'm saying. Like, they're protecting the head.
That's man alive.
I was trying to sound smart, but clearly doesn't work.
Trust me. I got some of the best all-time feedback ever after your performance last Thursday. The whole dolphin is a fish. The dolphin is a fish. I've never had more feedback ever in my life about the dolphin is a fish.
I People can make fun of me. I don't give a shit. So I definitely thought it was efficient. It blew my mind, and we learned something new every week.
It was very funny. Sorry, I got sidetracked there.
No, back to this game. You're right. Geelong were just better, and I think in both games it kind of really displayed that these two teams that are in the grand final, I think we have the two best teams in the grand final.
Yeah. And I mean, before we just finish on the Tom Stewart stuff, I think also moving the bye, I think obviously the top four deserve to have some advantage, in my opinion. And the bye and then the finals doesn't give you that advantage that you deserve. So I'm all for that coming back. But I think, in my opinion, like the travel eventually, I think, just built up on Hawthorn in that second half when, as I said, last round in Queensland, first final, Sydney, second final, Adelaide. So you've literally had 3 interstate trips in 3 games. It got us in the end.
It's going to have a toll, yeah.
100%. And Geelong have been playing at home.
But going forward, your boys are going to be better for this.
Yeah, look, we need some troops. I still think we need a key forward, and I still think we need a midfielder. So there's big talk on, Noah Anderson actually got 3 votes. How exciting. Yeah. Andrew Brayshaw is currently second, which is just insane because Caleb Sarong had a much better year. But, hey, we move on. Look, we will. But, like, you look at it, like, Warple's going out. So if we don't replace him with a very good midfielder, it makes our midfield weaker. So that is not good.
Zach Merritt or Petrarca here,
I just don't. Well, Petrarca's the churtlage at the moment is Petrarca's going to Adelaide.
Right. Well, that's what I said. I could see him in an Adelaide jump up.
Yeah. So if Petrarca goes to Adelaide and we don't get Merritt, what does that leave us with? Yeah. We're going to be replacing Warple with like a Cam McKenzie-ish type player coming in, which is not going to solve our clearance problem, Scott. But and that's where we got rolled, and that's what happened. So,
do you think
look,
Ginnivan can play some midfield time? Or
no,
high half forward style role.
High half forward better. Like there was some interesting decisions because they put Watson was getting a hard tag from Mullen, and he went in the midfield for a little bit, but then they put him in the back line. And when we needed to get momentum at the start of the last quarter, he was 1-on-1 and he got rolled. He got outmarked and set us back. And I don't know why you'd put the smallest man on the field in the back line. But anyway.
That's okay.
But Caleb gets outmarked all the time. Wizard's an explosive impact player. He's not a backman. But yeah, look, will we be better for it? Yeah, 100%. Like it's a slow burn for us. Obviously, winning a few finals now obviously helps, but we're still, as I've been saying all year, we're a rung below, and we need to improve again. So obviously, we still need Mitch Lewis to be the guy. Is he the guy? I still don't know. He played all right on the weekend.
He did all right.
3 or 4? 3. Charles obviously missing 3 weeks at the start of the year. Gunston is another year older. Like the time is now, as we say our prayers for John Cena after his performance on Sunday. He got absolutely obliterated. So yeah, the time is definitely now for John Cena, and we'll be seeing John Cena in 3. Well, I will be in 3 weeks' time, but the time is now for Hawthorn. We need to make the most of our opportunities, and this is it. We've got to go full stop, go double barrels, and just go boom, get who we need to get to make it happen, because you never know when you're going to be back there again, and this is a bit of an opportunity for us to have a crack. So, look, Geelong were better. That's where we need to be. We need to improve our game. I thought our pressure was really good, but they were just better, and they got momentum, which we could not stop.
Yep.
And it is very hard for us.
Both of these teams in the grand final, when they get momentum, they just look unstoppable, don't they? Yeah, massively. And obviously, once the Cats get their leg speed and they're up and about and they're moving that ball, like they were getting a lot of run and carry through the middle of the ground, and they
yeah, obviously hitting up their forwards. Like they've just got they're spoiled for riches down there. They've got so many people that can have an impact. Both the grand finalist teams can. Like they've just got people who can bob up. Cameron 3, Dangerfield 3, Stengel 3, Manor 2, Smith 1, Myers 1, Martin 1, Blitzovs 1, Holmes 1, Neil 1. Close didn't kick any, but he was thereabouts. Dempsey had a bit of a quieter game, but like they're just everywhere. And they managed to be so flexible where one of the key structures of their side, Tom Stewart, goes down and, player comes in, Jai Clark, and he fits into the back line and they move the magnets around and it's as though he isn't missed at all.
Yeah, 100%.
It's insane.
Yeah, so feel for Tom Stewart. Do you think it was worth 3 weeks?
No, but when you look at the Paul Curtis one, it's basically very, very similar. So when it happened, like if we made this is how stupid it is. If we made the grand final, it was probably 0. If we're not, you're copping 3. Andy Brayshaw is almost leading the Brownlow right now. That is insanity. I watched a lot of Fremantle. Games, and he's not where he should be. But obviously a good player. But yeah,
Jordan Dawson's still there, but a lot of players tied on 16, 15. Caleb Sarong's still there on 15. He's only 4 behind.
Yeah.
So interesting to see what happens there. But let's
Bailey
move on
Smith
to the
making a run.
Well,
what are your thoughts, mate? What you watched it like? What was your take?
I thought it kind of went how I thought it was going to go. Your boys were going to come out with pressure, and I just didn't think that pressure is sustainable at the moment for your guys. And Brisbane, just too good, just too strong, and they just handled that pressure and waited, and then they decided, yep, let's go now. And they just looked unstoppable. But I was hoping that your boys would come back, and they did a little bit, but
we kept it to about 3 goals. We couldn't just get our momentum up. Like, as I said, like Gunston's our guy, did well, but he didn't have an outstanding game, which we've been relying on. And you look at,
I still marvel at him though.
He's elite.
My God, it's outrageous.
He is elite, but we can't let him carry us to the promised land. It's not going to happen. He needs another guy down there. Yes. But look, is it, as I said to you, I think at the start of the year, like you didn't have to win more games or finish high on the ladder to say we improved, and I think we've definitely improved as a team, but we still need to improve again.
Yep.
Bring some pieces in. You never know. Hopefully, this time next year, I'll be on my way.
Yes, hopefully. Fingers crossed for you. Let's move on to the next game. I made some notes on this game. I actually sat there at the pub with my phone and made notes. So
you did send me some stuff, but I'm not going to lie, I didn't pay much attention to it at the time. I couldn't
read it at that time.
Yeah, well, I had my phone on KO, right, the whole game, and just had the noise up and just put it in my back pocket. Whenever I heard something or ever felt like watching it, I pulled it out and watched it for a bit. So I didn't. I was sort of our game was sort of over as well. But what I did notice is that I sort of put it out there that if there's one man you need to tag for Brisbane, it is Klug. And when I looked, he had a lot of the football, and I'm assuming he is going to be in for a tough day this week because they are going to tag him again. And so tell me, he just, every time I looked up, he was everywhere, Klug.
He was. What did he end up with, 35 or something?
37.
He was everywhere. He was everywhere. And it was the third quarter where he really, really lifted. But I'll go through my notes quickly. First quarter, all lines, bye-bye penalties. How much do you think that hurt him?
Well, he was injured before the game, apparently, and rolled the dice.
Was he?
Yeah, apparently. Look, I read some stuff because obviously I didn't see the game. I wanted to read some stuff. Apparently, he had a bit of a tweak during the week, and they rolled the dice, and he lasted, about a minute?
Oh, yeah, maybe a couple. But, yeah. Wow. I didn't
and
know.
that sets you on the back foot,
100%.
Obviously.
Within the first 5 minutes of a game, and it's one of your leaders out there.
Yeah, that's why we don't roll the dice. And it'd be interesting next year I'd probably say when the sub goes, you can't really roll the dice. I'm going to find it really interesting next year where I really think there's going to be the space for the second ruckman now. that there's 5 on the bench, you can sort of manage someone's time on the ground, and you won't be able to come in and take a player underdone like Pendles was, which it seems that might be wrong. I might have still been drunk on Sunday and read that, and it was incorrect. But I believe that was the case. He was sore coming into the game, and massive setback.
So quarter two, the Pies lifted a bit. They defended the onslaught, and Lockie Schultz rocked up. He was really good in that quarter. And there was about a 30-second period where there was carnage. Degoe, Berry, Gallup, 30 seconds, they just smashing each other and carnage. And I don't know whether you saw this. There was a terrible double 50.
No, I did not. Talk me through it. I did not. And I'm not going to lie, I did not watch the replay.
Yeah, so Tim Embry got a free kick, got a 50 for some reason. Hadn't got up to where the mark is, just walking. And your boy, the air fryer, jogged past, and all Tim Embry did was point, and they're like, "Yep, come again." So
protected area.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I guess so. But it was so bad, and he went back and slotted it obviously.
So you're telling me they got another double charity, or was that the? Oh no, this was the opposite way when Rayner got the double charity last week. It was the leveler, the world leveler.
Yeah, saying Schultz, that quarter was very good for them.
We talked him out, the pressure.
Yeah. Pressure from Lockie Schultz. Third quarter, here are my notes. Hello, Hugh. I was at the pub with a friend of the podcast, Deba, and he said, "Where is Cam Rayner? Haven't seen him all game." Cam Rayner says, "Hold my beer, Deba. 3 goals, bang, impact." And Elliot, he might win. Can you win Mark of the Year in finals?
No, you cannot. We'll get that was going to be part of my churtlage coming along. Because it's the second year in a row where Mark of the Year was taken in the finals, and it doesn't count.
Cam Rayner decided to rock up. Impact player, isn't he? Right?
Yes, correct.
He's a star. Now, do you think if he was a number 1 draft pick, do you think if he was in a Melbourne club or even over here, do you think he'll be getting hammered?
Well, I did have my famous saying, if Harley Reid was as good as Cam Rayner, West Coast would be happy. That is on video somewhere. But he is an impact player. And if he was in a side like a West Coast where he would possibly be inside mid, he has some Dustin Martin potential, but he doesn't need to be Dustin Martin at the Lions because they bat so deep, and they've got another stud midfielder coming in next year as well. So he's Dan Annable is a academy player for them. He's top five player in the draft.
Oh well,
another one coming in.
Awesome, well done, Brisbane.
Yeah.
So and then last quarter, Brandon Starcevich, 900K.
6 years. It was 4 on Friday. It's now 6.
Yes, I was talking to Debo about this, and it was just stuff up after stuff up from Brandon. But luckily, he had some support around there to help him. And then I'm just finishing with Josh Dunkley and Jasper Fletcher. That's all. They're just so good.
Well, what did they do? Tell me, because I didn't see it.
Oh, just that last quarter from them both. Dunks was just Dunks for the whole game. Obviously, Klug with the touches, but I just love the role that Josh Dunkley's playing right now.
Yeah,
he's a tackling beast, and it's funny, right? You've got a tackling beast at Brisbane in Josh Dunkley, and you've got a tackling beast at Geelong with Tom Atkins, and both teams are in the grand final.
Yeah,
and that's why when we talk about Matt Rao, and I said I like him so much, that's why I like him so much, because he's a tackling beast. But but Jasper Fletcher, his skills are so good, as I've mentioned many times. He is so silky, so smooth, and I love him as a player. And Brisbane have got talent everywhere, and this is going to be a really, really good grand final matchup.
Well, we said that last year, and look what happened. So let's hopefully it's better. But the thing, just looking at the stats here, basically 70 more touches for the Lions during that game. That is a lot. That is a lot of touches. And you look for the Pies, Dacos 27, Dacos 26. No one else over 18. That is not going to get the job done for you in a big final.
And I'm going to say something stupid as well, and everyone's going to laugh at me, but that's okay. I really like Josh Dacos, and I would take Josh over Nick. I love the role that he's playing.
Well,
don't get me wrong,
but
Nick Dacos is a great player, but
it depends on your team.
That's very true. Yeah.
But yeah, I get your point. Yeah, they're just focusing on Matt Rao. But yeah, I do get your point. But look, when you look at it, like Pies, the year they won the flag, they were like top notch the whole year. And we were like, did they play their final? Were they hot too early? And then they sort of came back. They had a good run. And then when it came up to going up against a really, really good side, they were just not quite there, not quite good enough.
And that's kind of what happened again, right?
Yeah.
The run that they had, they weren't playing top-notch teams. And they were playing, as we said, Adelaide, and they were beating them but we thought Adelaide shouldn't have been top of the ladder.
No, Adelaide barely got past West Coast and North Melbourne.
Yep. So, yeah, it's so hard to call, to do tips now because the ladder is so wrong and so false and the fixture's so out of whack.
Yeah.
It's so hard to predict a winner.
Yeah, much like the Brownlow, because Matt Rowell is $1.20, Nick Dacos is $6, Bailey Smith $13,
What's
Dawson 101.
And he's sitting second.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, he shouldn't be anywhere near there, by the way. But yeah, look, it's pretty much done. He's been $1.20 since about round 4.
Oh, Matt Rowell's a pretty good player, though. Know that.
Well, the umpires.
Shout out to
put it this way: if we're relying on the umpires to pick the best player, like you're better off. Noah Anderson won the coaches award.
Yep.
I'd listen to the coaches over the umpires. That's just my personal opinion. But hey, it just goes to show we're 1-1. Anderson can win something. Rao can win something.
That's
we
exactly
understand
right.
that they're both good players. Oh, another 2 votes for Caleb.
He's coming to 7-8.
Yeah.
Matt Rao hasn't polled a vote for a while.
No. He will soon, though. Fuck, Zorko polling votes left, right, centre. So, yeah, look, the big game is on us now. You're one of your favourite days of the year. I thought I'd just bring the market, in my opinion, is insanity right now. Do you know what the odds are for the game?
No.
It's insane.
Talk to me.
Rao just got 3 votes. He's home. Geelong 150, Brisbane 260. 260. Yep.
Wow.
Is that insanity? I'd be more like one. I'd be more closer to like a 175 to 205 sort of. Set up there. I think that's very, very close. The line is 12.5.
I feel like those odds are wrong for a 12.5 line.
No, that's maybe a little bit, but look, that's about right. Norm Smith medal, Bailey Smith 6, Max Holmes 6, Dangerfield 7, Washcroft 10, Klug 13, Cameron 15, Dunkley
$13.
Yeah, I wouldn't be touching that with your money. He is going to get tagged badly. Okay. Dunkley 18, Bailey 18, Rayner 21, Grind 21, Manor 21, Zorko, Dempsey, Atkins 26. Yep. You can get some $41 out of your boy Fletcher. You get 67 after my guy Kai.
I needed him for a goal on Saturday, by the way. And
how good.
He
delivered
and completely missed it. The goal he kicked was on the goal line
and then he did some push-ups, right? Is that when he did his push-ups?
Yes. And I was like, oh no, please tell me he got that. And I think the push-ups sold it. So
yeah.
Well done.
Thought he was Jack King.
Yeah, the push-up.
The push-up king. Push up.
So we will talk more, but grand final day. Who wins?
Just Geelong.
Yep.
Been with them the whole year. Well, no, I think it's going to be close, but I've been with them the whole year. I can't be jumping off now. Like they are still the best side in the competition. And
Dacos is coming here, know that.
He is, but Rao has plenty back end of the year.
Okay.
I think Geelong are I've got to stick with them. Got to stick with them. Got to stick with them.
We are getting distracted because this is still going. 25 right now for Matt Rao, 22 for Nick Dacos.
Yeah. So Noah Anderson has already won something tonight, Scott. So we'll go through that. So
what did
he won goal of the year. He basically Noah Anderson won goal of the year. He got a tap out of the centre. And then he had 2 bounces, handball the ball over the top, got it back and kicked a goal. That was it. No, it's not okay.
No,
terrible.
That's what I mean. Okay,
terrible.
That's nothing exciting. And tell me about Mark of the Year.
Mark of the Year, it was almost your boy, Buku Kamas, was right in the mix. But, so Sam Darcy got the job done.
What did he do?
Flying back with the pack or sort of on the side.
Yep. That was at the
Nick Rewalt-esque. Yeah, look, did he mark it? I don't know. But Ablett got Mark of the Year and he held it for like 3 seconds. So maybe that's all you need to do these days. But so they have been the winners. Obviously, Murphy Reid did win the Rising Star Award. Good signs for Fremantle. He's going to be a player, in my opinion, moving forward. The fact that he got to 17 is insanity.
Yep. Hey, one of our most viewed things on YouTube at the moment, YouTube Shorts, is your take on that man. I've just forgotten his name. Murphy Reid.
Murphy Reid, yeah.
Your take on Murphy Reid. So for everyone who thinks that we're talking shit and we've just jumped on him, go into our YouTube, go to our Shorts, and you can see Nova right at the very start of the year. Actually, I think it might have been. It was
before round 1. Started. Before round 0. Yep.
So did credit where credit's due.
Yep, they're due. So they're saying that Matt Rao polled 3 votes in 3 games, rounds 4, 7, and 9. He did not poll 1 coach's vote.
Right.
Not 1 coach's vote, and he's got 3 Brownlows. So he had a 17 disposal, 8 clanger, 16 and a 10 clanger. But if you're not touching the footy,
I know.
Tackles are relevant, Scott. We don't worry about tackles. Tackles don't win Brownlows. Tackles don't win Brownlows. Well, if that's the case, Tom Atkins should be the reigning, defending, undisputed.
He's been robbed every year. So
I think he broke the record for the most tackles in a year this year, off the top of my head. I vaguely remember hearing that at some stage.
What round that was, and we need to see if he got votes.
Yeah. Crazy. So while
we're sitting at round 17, do we do winners and losers, and do we?
No. We've still got some footy to recap on the weekend because one of our guys is back, and I was very hungover watching the Colts grand final, which was Claremont versus I can't even know who it was. I think it was East Perth, maybe. I was that out of it. But what I did see, if you're a West Coast Eagles supporter, you did see some good signs because there is a father-son that did get best on ground. That is Charlie Banfield. So Drew Banfield's kid, he looked really, really good. He has a younger brother, the other brother Banfield. That's a lot of B's there. He looked all right as well, but Charlie Banfield really looked good. But our guy is back, Scott. He's been injured for a lot of the year. He has been playing good footy, but our guy Cody Curtin has come back. The
Australian nightmare.
Exactly. I still think he's going to go to Brisbane and he's going to play a song and he's going to go, whoa, when he kicks a goal. It's going to be scenes. But he was back and he looked back to his best. Like Claremont really got on top in that second half and they were feeding him and he was clunking. He is a big boy and he was like touted to go like up there, but obviously he didn't have the best Coates League under 18s, and he hasn't been fully fit. He was playing a lot of ruck in that state side, which is not his position, obviously.
With
Van Rooyen, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
Van Rooyen. So look, I think he will definitely get picked up somewhere. If I'm like Hawks, I'm like, if we've got a late pick and he's there, just have a crack, put him there, and just go. All the mock drafts I'm seeing, he's nowhere near the top 30. So really? I'm thinking he's going to be, yep. So someone might take a flyer on him, but I don't think he'll be top 30. But that's, again, I have to do my deep dive. I have to go to the the half brother and find out the inside mail, because he was very good to us last year with Cody Ango, Hugh Boxall, and a few of the other boys. So he will deliver the goods for us. He's now moved to East Perth this year.
Ooh.
But he still has a lot of connections at Claremont. Sorry. So definitely, will be able to give us a bit of a heads up. But we did watch that game, and I was like, good, Cody's back, kept me happy. And then big day for the Crabman. South Fremantle got the job done over East Perth, and I've got some bin. I'm still drunk, maybe. I've got some bin areas here. So, did you see the Simpson medal?
No, who won?
So Hamish Free won. So they had 2 media people and the umpires vote for the Simpson medal.
Okay.
It was a 4-way tie with 3 votes. 4-way tie.
Yeah.
The umpires' votes take precedence over the other votes. So in a 4-way tie, the player who got the 3 votes from the umpires won the medal.
Okay, so basically,
can you make any sense of that at all?
No, I cannot. No.
So there's 9. There was 9. Like there was basically 18 votes given. 4 blokes got 3. So obviously 3 blokes got 3, and one the other ruckman from East Perth got a 2 and a 1. And because Hamish Free had the umpires 3 votes, he won the Simpson medal.
I don't agree with that.
Nope, me either.
No.
Me either. Maybe
so then
have more.
Maybe
have more.
Count back. What do you do?
But that is the count back. The umpires' votes are with a tiebreaker. But for mine, have more people voting.
What's the solution? Have more people voting.
Have more people voting, Scott.
Yep.
Have more people voting.
Why do the media people why don't they have
I think you know who was? It was Woodcock, the Wood Duck.
Yeah, right.
The West Australian editor. Okay. And it might have, don't quote me on this. Again, there's bits that I think I might imagine and I might not have, but I think Will Schofield was there as well. And it was the umpires. Because sometimes
was definitely there.
Yeah.
I know he was there.
Actually, I'm an idiot. I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot of it somewhere.
There we go. I imagine
I was wrong. It was Mitch Woodcock from the West. It was Trent Cooper from Channel 7 and the umpires. As per the waffle rules, the umpires' votes overrule in any event of a tie.
Yeah, right.
Insanity. Yeah, and speaking of insanity, I'm not sure if you can see that. There's the crab man.
Oh, yes.
There with his big Croat
scarf.
Yeah, his extremely large head. And he was pumped. So he was off to the Cats for a sneaky bourbon and coke after. So congrats to him and his Bulldogs. 2-point victory. Obviously, highly controversial finish. Well umpired to the letter of the law, but is there an issue with the law, Scott? Did you see the finish?
Yes, I did see the finish. So
right, you weren't very responsive to my messages yesterday, which is normal for you on a Sunday, but I didn't know if you'd seen it or not.
What was I doing? No, I was watching the game. I don't know. Well, first of all, was it holding the ball?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's the first question.
No, it's a good question because it's like anything, right? It's the same as the Cam Rayner. Was the first free kick there? No. Was the second one? Probably. Yep. You know?
Yep.
If there wasn't the first free kick, the second one wouldn't have happened. All that wankery. But look, was it holding the ball? Oh, possibly. Possibly not.
A second and a half, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been worse holding the balls than that paid this year. But yeah, it was a 50-50 one. I mean, I can see how they paid it, but I could also see why you'd be aggrieved if it was paid.
Oh, 100%. And then to the letter of the law, it was correct, the decision. So for everyone that didn't see it, the South Freo player, not sure who it was. So the free kick was given.
Yeah.
Siren went. Umpire's hands went up. South Freo guy
tore it into oblivion. Yeah. But I think the bigger thing was, by that stage, there were already multiple South Fremantle players from the bench on the ground. Yep. So they've ticked all that off.
Yep.
So interesting. Do you think the rule needs to change?
Well, the rule's pretty simple, right? it's you can't give or make a decision, a gameplay style decision, once the siren has gone.
Well, I think the rule was that you can't be penalised for wasting time if there is no time left to be wasted.
That's also, yes, a fair point. But and then you also go to the letter of the law where it's a player must return the ball to the player on the full, no matter where it is on the ground.
Correct. So, but when the game is over, the game is over.
Yeah, exactly. So then it doesn't matter who you're returning.
Yeah, and I think that the funny thing was you know what they said? They said if it was like an infringement, so like a protected area, they could have paid 50. Like, what is happening?
Really?
What? I don't understand that either. Like, but the game's over. But if you're in the protected area, you can pay 50.
Okay.
There needs to be some closing of the rule, in my opinion. Because there's so much protected areas.
Once the final siren's gone, if someone walks into that protected area, they could
if they're having a shot, yeah, correct.
So isn't that the same thing?
No,
they're making a decision after the siren.
Because like it's madness, mate. I don't know, but like it's just in different. And like they were lucky that there was an umpires there that had interpreted correctly. Could you imagine if they paid the 50 and
South Freo lost
and East Perth kicked the goal? God. Like, could you imagine?
Roost, though, whoever that was.
And he kicked it about 80 meters. I reckon he absolutely launched it. But could you imagine? Obviously, it would have been stiff for South because they were the best team all year by a pretty substantial way. But it just goes to show on grand final day, you need to play your best football.
Yeah, 100%. We're into round 18 and Matt Rowe's on 27. So if he gets another 3-voter here, you'd definitely think it's done, right? Take it to 25.
Yeah, look, it's who knows, mate. If he's getting 3 votes for some of those games, which he has, anything's possible. He is now into $1.05 and Dacos is $13. Everyone else is 150 to 1 plus.
No, I just wish I put money on him to win the Brownlow when I was back.
Yeah, when you were talking him up for so long, you should have jumped on.
What a loser. Anyway, speaking of winners and losers, let's go. Give me your winners.
Well, it's pretty simple. There's 2 big winners. Jesus, Brayshaw is dominating. That is insanity. Big game here. Collingwood and...
They won.
Oh, Rao got 2.
2 votes for Rao.
Anderson is finally polling, but it's like, I do not understand how Matt Rao has doubled the votes of Anderson. I don't understand, Scott.
He's just that good. He's twice the player.
But the coaches reckon he's trash. The umpires like him, the coaches don't. It's just insanity.
I see the game how the umpires see it. I don't know.
Yeah, that explains a lot, Scott.
Mate, every year, Brownlow, you're like, what's going on? In fairness, if Matt Rao wins, he's not the worst.
When Matt Rao wins,
he's not the worst winner. Like he played pretty well this season.
Yeah, but I still don't think he's going to win their BNF.
Yeah, well, that will be awkward, won't it?
Yeah.
That will be very awkward. So winners.
Well, there's 2 obvious winners and 2 obvious losers, right? That's just doesn't take Einstein to say that. But I'm going more on a player level, and a massive winner is Max Holmes. He did not get an injury. He did make the grand final, and he deserves his opportunity. So that is a big win for Max. Congratulations to him. So I thought that was good. I thought that the other winner I had, and it's strange to say it, but I think out of this, like, I think even though we lost, I think we kind of won as well, Hawthorn, because this will show us where we need to be to take the next step. So last year we got there probably a year or two too early. We weren't anywhere near where we should have been, and we got the job done. And then we went away and we improved. And then now we know, right, this is where we're at. This is what we've got. This is what we need to do to take it to the next level. And I think that loss, you can talk about all the sporting cliches and the wankery, but that, you know, they always say you sort of have to lose one to win one sort of thing. Yep. But I think if Geelong go on and get the job done, we'll know we're actually not that far off. And there's a few things we need to change, a few things we need to improve. But I think the last 2 years have got us in the position where next 2 years we can have a really good crack at it. So even though we lost, prelims are prelim. They're probably, some people say they're harder to win than the grannies themselves. So I think even though we did not win on the scoreboard, we had helped our improvement and our build going forward to winning another flag.
Yeah, good. My winners, just anyone who won this weekend. So that includes the North Beach Football Club. Did you find out, was it 10 years, 12 years? When was the last flag? The A grade.
15, Scott, 15.
15 years. There you go.
Yeah, so, and the last time we won in 2010, we won the double that year as well.
Yeah, good. So North Beach mainly, 15 years, drought broken, A's and A-resis.
Yeah.
Get to see a little bit on streamer. But yeah, really stoked for that football club.
Where would you?
Losers?
Well, obviously no offense to the Wesley Curtin Football Club, but when you're in a grand final and you don't put up a score at halftime, there's no winning when that happens. And we were having a chat on the hill. We were at the Cambo. I was getting a lot of screenshots of me on the Cambo from the stream. But I don't know how you can sort of come back from that. I don't even think unless you're down by a goal. But I think it was 6 goals to nothing. I don't know how at halftime you can try and turn that around. It's obviously not impossible, and it could have been done. But gee, man, I don't think I've ever been in a footballing moment where going in at halftime on a big game like that, we've just dished up. Yeah, and the thing is, they weren't playing horrendous. We were just playing really good. Obviously, East Perth, that's a stinker. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What grade, what level. Doesn't matter if you don't even deserve to think you deserve to be there. 2 points is 2 points.
Yep.
And you can feel aggrieved or whatever, but they were that close to making a huge upset, and it doesn't make you feel any better. But yeah, they were very, very stiff. And I think the other big losers, Collingwood, man, they were obviously in the now, and we know where their list is at. There's talk Jamie Elliott might be off to Gold Coast.
Yep.
I think that was their average age is 29 or something, insanity. And I read something today. If Zach Merritt leaves Essendon, I think their oldest player on their list is 28 years old.
On Essendon's list?
Yes, because Goldstein got delisted.
29.
Correct. Something that, and look, that's just me reading some stuff. I don't know how true that is, but that's a stat I saw, and I'm like, if that doesn't spell you need to take your opportunities while you've got them.
Yep.
That's it. So I don't know how they're going to keep doing it, because there was a big stat where they said Hawthorn did not play a debutant this year. Only team in the AFL not to play a debutant.
Yep.
So that is what it is. We're in the win now. So, but the Pies, average age 29, that is substantial. So that is a loss. They need to take their opportunities.
100%. For me, I'm with the East Perth losers.
Stiff.
I'm sad for them. Stiff, yes. And the AFL, they're not going to come out. I'm sure they've told the media, don't talk about it that much with the Tom Stewart stuff, but I just feel like they're missing that opportunity of the build-up to grand final day. Could be so big. And you've got the week before finals. It's such a waste. Remember when it started, we were talking, we're like, the momentum's gone. It doesn't feel right. So the AFL for me, losers. You got an opportunity now. If you want to change it, they probably won't. But yeah, I feel for Tom Stewart. So losers AFL.
Yeah. And look, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens this week with the build-up for the game. What are they going to talk about? How's it going to go? Like, I don't know, like parades. They're not doing the parade on the boats anymore. That was a freaking ridiculous thing to do.
So bad.
Yeah. But I don't know. Have you been to a granny before?
No, I have not, Novak. And one time I would like to go.
Yeah.
Even if I just went over to Melbourne for that time.
Well, obviously, Hummer names are, gosh, my team was shit. Oh, no. We were going to go over, but it obviously didn't work either of our ways. But I don't think he's been to one either. So you should probably look at trying to sort that out. I've been to 3. Actually, I've been to 4, 3 or 4. And the whole week it's different. It's just different over there. So I would recommend if you get an opportunity. I was chatting to a few of the boys on the weekend. Scotty Rash and Tanner and the team are going over again as they go over every year. Experience. So I would recommend.
They don't go over with tickets either. They just go over and try to lob tickets somewhere, don't they?
Correct. Tim Taranto's got 20 votes. He's currently 5th in the Brownlow. He has more votes than Bailey Smith.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
There you go.
Like an insanity. Insanity.
Collingwood, Nick Dacos. Sarong.
Caleb. Hey, the prancing pony.
Hey, did get suspended. What did he get suspended for? Here we go. Gold Coast lost this. Soligo.
Surely not. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, that's 31 votes. So I think we
can... Game over.
I think we can call that.
Yeah.
Play the outro music. We'll see you, everyone, on Thursday.
And then we might have what we need you to do. What we need you to do before you play over the top of me.
Yep.
Obviously, the Brownlow tips have gone horrendous. We are doing a AFL Granny Pyramid. Candyman, I'm talking to you. No rubbish tippery from you. But we want your multi. We want your goal scorers. Any odds, send it through. And we will have a crack at it. Winner. No, definitely not. We're talking possessions, fantasy, goals, whatever you want it to be. I'm going to be sticking with my tried and true effort of my guy Kai to kick a goal. It always works out well for me. So send us your tip. We need something. So I've got a bit riding personally myself. So got some good wins, which I can discuss. I had some bonus bets. I don't know why I had a bonus bet. And I've got a couple of just random Norm Smith medal bets for actually, I did these at the start of the finals and I thought I'm not going to back Brisbane. So if they get there, I want to have something running for me. And I've got Dunkley.
I played the outro music.
That's all right. Well, why did...
It's all right. I'll play it again.
Dunkley, Norm Smith medal, $41.
Yep.
Zorko, Norm Smith medal, $67.
Yeah.
Sean Manor, Norm Smith medal.
Not bad.
$126.
Oof.
So I've got a little bit right in there. Plus, I've obviously backed the Cats myself. So got something to watch on the day. So that'll be fun. But yes, it is going to be a big day. We're going to a friend of the podcast house, so we haven't been to before. So that'll be good. Right. Shout out to Pikey and family for putting us up this year. And yep. Let's see how we go. So I've got my sound down. I don't know what was happening at Melbourne's table then. All right, play the music.
Bailey Smith on 21 votes. As we round it out, Jeremy Cameron 17. Matt Rouse still on 31. He's going to win the Brownlow. Congratulations, Matthew. Unlucky Noah. Shout out to Richie.
Brayshaw's second.
One of your boys.
Brayshaw is second in the Brownlow right now.
Well,
insanity.
We'll discuss this on Thursday, so make sure you join us, everybody.
Yep.
We'll see you on Thursday.
Righto.